Smoke out.
Yeah, but did he ever smoke weed? But he killed millions. He had people killing people.
He didn't kill nobody. He had people killing people. How the fuck?
Yeah,
Hitler killed himself. Hitler killed himself. That's the person Hitler ever killed himself. Because he was frightened.
Worse yet. But watch me out here. Me and I, all you're not seeing what I, because me not reading it no way. But you're telling me.
You're just smoking and imagining.
What's right past it all. Let me tell you something. The world is run by the Father, the Son in the sky, and the name of the moon is the Holy Ghost. That is the world run by the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Let me read something here for you.
But here what happening?
So,
the moon, water, hunt, fish,
I'm asking my question.
Listen, let me read this.
everything. Yeah.
Let me read something, right? They say there's 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 4, right? It said, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, right? Which minister questions rather than godly edifying, which is in the faith, so do, right? It said neither give heed on the fables, right? A fable is basically a false story, a lie, right? It's basically a lie. When you go back to it's a lie, right? Now the things say when it comes to like Eve, it comes to like the moon and so forth. When you go to the scriptures, right? It's actually that way say it would be considered a fable because we heard it before. We don't say there's something new. That was said years before. Men used to talk about he used to say the forbidden fruit was what? Sex. And the story, yes, hold on. The story, I'm not sure how I know it, you didn't just hear that, right? It's because I already know the story with where they say Eve went on to went on to Satan, but they say she had they have a fable where they talk about Eve having a next man, right? It's the same way they try to make up the story with Lilith. Right? But you know the Lilith story with Adam, Lilith was Adam, so it's this thing, you know? Right? Now, that's all. So when they say neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies, it say which minister questions. Because now the things you say, it will bring more questions and answers. Because now when you mention the moon, when you go to the scriptures, it tell you the purpose of the moon and why the moon was created. Right? They tell you the moon was to give you was to tell you about the feast days and the times and so forth. The same plan. Right. Now listen. So that is it.
And the moon is the rain.
Right? Look.
And the sun is a fat and everything.
No, listen. That is it.
What man could do that?
Alright, but listen. That is it. It's a reason, it's a purpose it was made, and the purpose it was made for, it's doing. It's not, we're not supposed to get the moon a name to call. We're not supposed to call on the moon. No, we're supposed to use the sun in that form. Now, when you call upon the moon, or you go back to the sun, it go back to idol worship. Because the sun now go back to Egyptology, which go back to Amun-Ra, which also go back to is Tammuz. It's Tammuz or Ifara, right? Which is
Ifara, yeah.
Right? Which go back to idol worship. And the moon is basically the same thing as well. They also use the sun as Saramis. That way you get like the queen of heavens and so forth. No, the moon is basically the same. I think the moon is you use the moon as fertility.
I think the moon is more the husband and the father.
Right? Fertility, right? So it go back to no. In the scriptures it tell you the purposes of the moon and the sun, and we can read that in Genesis. It tell you that the moon and the sun was created for what? Was to give it the signs of the day, night, right? That's one. Now, what the purpose they do to fulfill, they're doing it. We're not supposed to call upon it, nor are we supposed to worship it, nor are we supposed to give it a name. It is the moon and the sun. You wouldn't go and worship a grass. Because, why? Because a grass is given. It is grass and trees, there's no sun backward. Carbon dioxide and oxygen. But you get a fresh thing to breathe. Without that, you can't what? You can't live. No, we're not going to give our tree a special name to call upon. Because everything has its purpose. They were made for a purpose, and it wasn't no purpose beyond what people wanted to be. They wasn't made to worship, not given any name, not to give any special thing, because now, as I say, it will go back to idol worship. No, it say what? It say which minister questions, right? Because now when it's one thing, and again I tell you, usually the first person that I heard that from, usually the first person that come up with that. We heard it years before, we heard it. Now we heard it months before. You know, we had countless times about the moon and the sun. that all that has lead to is more questions and answers. Because now, when you talk about the moon, a man who think he going to ask, what do you mean about the moon? What do you mean about this? And if you can't give an answer, it just leads on to what? It leads on to what? No edification. Right? So that way it say which minister questions rather than godly edifying. So you wouldn't say something to lead to questions when because it's not going to lead to godly it's not going to lead to godly edifying. No, they come back to majority of the things, say with Adam and Eve. When you mention Eve, sleep with the devil and all this, that is not godly edifying because that was not written. No, is that what people want it to be. So, people want. That's all. Hold on.
We all grew up knowing that the truth have never been told.
No.
And we all grew up knowing that because let me tell you something. For a man to sell a book, is not what he living, it's what he imagining.
Nah, imagination.
Most books is bestsellers by men seen down with a wide imagination. You understand what I tell you?
So I'll ask you something. History books, right?
Yeah.
History books was written for being to give you an account of what happened before.
Yes.
Alright. Give me Revelation 1 verse 3. I'm gonna read something here, right? Give me Revelation 1 verse 3.
Ask my question, huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead, you should.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah. Up to a point, yes.
Up to a point.
But you would expect that because of, again, we heard that many times before.
I'm not telling you something.
Person is answering
The words in the Bible is truth, but it is not putting down in order.
Right.
Right.
You're correct.
You understand
You're
me?
correct.
But it don't put down in order.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3.
Now what you hear
It
it?
said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this
So
prophecy.
he said, blessed is he that read it, right? And they that hear the word of this prophecy, right?
Let me
Well,
finish.
no, because the same way I explained to you,
Yeah.
that people that be watching, so we had to explain as well, right?
Now
Well,
you right.
So he said, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
give me, read verse 2.
Verse 2.
Read from verse 1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He said, the revelation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
So, like verse 1, it says, which it was given unto him to show the servants which must shortly come to pass, right? So, in order to show his servants which would come along to this day, it would have to be written. They're not going off of man's imagination. It have to be written, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Right? He said, and he sent and signified by his angel unto his servant John, who bear record.
who bear what?
Record.
Who bear record? What the word record means?
That you was there when it happened, and you could give account of what happened.
That's one meaning, but it also means a particular thing that is written on paper to give evidence of something happening in the past, or something that did happen. The word record means it is something that's written to be of evidence. That is hold on. That's evidence of something written of something in past. So now, how you know? Let me ask you something. If certain things about slavery wasn't written, how you would have known? Because it never was taught. It was never taught in school. It was whitewashed, right? But people went back through books, went back through books, and get information that was written in the past, and they believe that. Just hold on, and they believe that wasn't a man's imagination. It was something happened.
So,
the evidence that it was written. So coming to the script. Hold on, coming to the scriptures. When I say it bear record, it means evidence of something written.
Thank you.
Right?
Stay right there. Don't make a note. Stay right there.
I mean,
We grew up in school reading book that Christopher Columbus discovered Trinidad, and he was a good man. You understand me? We grew up and if we ain't know we reading book, the teacher will spank you in them time. Not now. Right now, around the world, people ripping down his statue all over the world.
No.
He was a flat point. You understand me? He was not no good man.
but no.
And he didn't, you understand me? He
no,
didn't discover.
You're correct.
You
You're
understand
correct.
me?
No, hear
Thank
what-
you.
No, you're
Man
correct.
just make things.
No, hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying, right?
Let me tell you something. If you want to know what is real, you feel it, see
Nah,
it,
you don't go off feeling.
and hear it.
You don't go off feeling. You don't
Because
ever.
here I'm saying.
You don't ever go off
Alright.
feeling.
Let's answer a quick question.
Yeah.
You have a phone, you have a Android phone. You know about Wi-Fi?
Nah.
You know about Wi-Fi?
I not talking about. I have got.
Yeah,
You
but
know about internet?
Yeah, I'm about to
You know about internet, right? You can feel internet. You can see internet.
Yeah. On your phone?
No, connection. Can you see the connection between the internet and your phone?
No.
Could you feel it?
No, he didn't ask that question.
I mean, I specified for you so you would understand.
Yeah.
I specified for you so you would
You
understand.
understand what I think? That what I tell you. Live what you feel and live
No,
with
you
what
can't
you
live by
see
what you feel.
and live with what you hear.
you can't live by.
Listen to me, man have six sense. The sixth sense that a man have, he also
6. Yes.
have a choice between good and bad. And that in you from both right and wrong. That is sixth sense that man have.
Give me.
Good or bad, but you have a choice there. And that is choice
So go with the,
that the Lord Father give you. You have to make that on your own. You can't make that on your own. You understand me? If you're 5
And
so
Second
plus
Ezra chapter 15 and verse 1. He said, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful.
So let me show you something, right?
I'm going
Right.
back to the
You
report.
on Wi-Fi. Did you know that Roman Catholic was outside 300 years before Jesus Christ was born? You just be on the Wi-Fi, the Roman Catholic print that so you can't say if somebody say that, it's them say that. You read it, you don't be on Wi-Fi, you read it and see. 300 years before the birth of Jesus Christ.
Oh, you don't know that. You don't be on Wi-Fi, you know. So
You understand me?
1 verse 21.
No, but you say that I just be on internet, so I raise my phone.
And you don't go based on
But you
records.
don't say
You
don't
don't go
have-
based on records
Well,
either.
did
Just
no.
go based on what you feel.
Listen
So
what I'm telling all you. So if that what they're saying is truth, man make book to suit them, man haven't tell,
Ephesians 4:18.
The Romans
Yes,
what?
sir.
Before we continue,
man didn't tell the truth yet, big man.
that's all. Hold on. Yeah, let's open up here quick. See,
Man
alright,
didn't
so
tell
for
the
some.
truth yet.
See, alright, so,
Let's give you a minute.
let's give you a minute. We come back
Yeah.
here, right? So alright. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Remember,
Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rekakodash. We see double and apostles and elders of great wisdom that rule well. You know, our teachers are apostles in truth, and we see salutations for the Achaemen's pushing truth and say day and day out. You know, constantly in season and season we see Shalom. You know, we didn't open because we was just straight while we was setting up. You know, a man come to ask some questions, and you know we were just in theater and just tell you, but roll, and we don't open it, but you leave. But nonetheless, before you leave, I wanted to read something for him, right? So give me the Romans 1 verse 21.
Romans 1 and 21.
And this is what I wanted to say to me.
Because that when
Basically, what he was talking about is nothing. It's nothing truthful. Then it's just basically, as he said, imaginations and thing and feeling. That's something you can't go off because your feeling is literally leading on a path that you're not supposed to go. Feelings is what does make you love a woman that cheated on you
and stay.
and stay. You understand? Feelings is what does have you emotional and how you're not thinking clearly, so it have nowhere in time that you go off your feelings. When a king was making a decision to rule over a place or to conquer a place, he didn't go off our feelings. He go for what was right. Or whatever wicked thing you want to do, he go for that. He didn't never go for feeling.
If I can say that, if he did go be feeling silly, he didn't last too long.
No. You understand? Give me that one.
Romans 1 and 21. Because that when they knew power, they glorified him not as power.
So they glorify them not as power. You see me talking about the moon. Now I heard that many times. See me the brothers I come to that, they heard that many times about the moon and the sun. Which go back to what? Idol worship. So they ain't gonna worship the Lord. It's the same way we ask them, everybody asks them, they believe in the Bible yet. Then he come to tell you about, then he come to tell you about man right. So that's why you're here. We went into what? To the record. And thing. When he said he hear the record, he can't, this is a back no, because now it's written as an evidence. No, you going off of your mind, no, picture, a kingdom being ruled by him. He wouldn't want nobody right on nothing. So nobody want to know nothing in the
But you
future.
do based on what you feel.
You know?
What you feel,
Yeah.
really. Now I was going to ask him, based on what does he say about the sun being?
And I go back to what you say, it wouldn't last long because somebody will be taking it.
Yeah. He's talking about the sun, the father, and then the sun being the sun in the sky. So I was going to ask him, so when he scripture say the word was made flesh, so the sun leave the sky and come down on the ground and
even in the movies they show you when a king moving or a kingdom set up, there's have men writing, that men particularly have to write scribes. So they have to write, and at the right one wait is going on. Every single time something happens, anything to them, they have to write. To give an account for the future, for who come in future to read this. So you feel that the Lord going to do all this stuff and He not going to have it here for us?
even if the king had the guy decree and put his stamp on it, somebody had to write it down.
Somebody have to. Somebody have to. Read that.
So 121. Because that when they knew power, they glorified Him not as power. Neither were they thankful, but became vain in their imagination.
Become what?
Vain in their
Become
imagination.
vain in the imagination. So you can't go off imagination. That times you walk in and imagine you're fighting 20-something men, you go for that?
They can fight only something.
You can fight 20-something men right now?
His heart is deceitful above all things.
That one going to that day. But this is straight that they cannot go off imagination. Imagination never lead you down no path. You ask somebody who in power and they tell them about they go and watch you and laugh. Because they mad talk. They mad talk. Brother.
It say, and their foolish heart was darkened.
And the what?
Their foolish heart was
So the
darkened.
very imagine and the what? And the foolish heart. Instead of point, the imagination, instead of holy heart here one time. So I don't know where you're going to have. I wanted them to be here to hear that. So to run, because again, that is the spirit in them don't know something, you know?
Yeah,
Hey. Wow.
So you say,
Just wow.
Of the evil heart, right? Of the evil heart.
and their foolish hearts were darkened.
Oh, the foolish hearts were what?
Were darkened.
Darkened.
Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools.
Professing the what?
Professing themselves.
Professing
themselves to be wise, they became fools.
So professing themselves to be wise, they become fool because why? They go off of what?
What they feel, what
With
they
the feet,
imagine,
they
what they
imagine,
think
their
it
heart
is.
and so forth. Give me that Ephesians.
Ephesians 4 verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Or 7:17, right?
Yeah, because I'm from 17.
Alright, Ephesians 4 from 17 it say, this I say therefore and testify in the Lord that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk in the vanity of their mind.
So you're not supposed to walk in the vanity of what? Your mind.
Can.
Right? You're supposed to go, is a reason why certain things written for us to go off of. Is a reason why it's given unto us here. Right? So we can go off of that. You can't go off of what it is in your mind. Then when then finish your sentence, right?
Right? You say having the understanding darkened.
Having the what?
Having the understanding darkened.
Majority of the time when people come to talk about that, they understand what it darkened. You know? They basically don't speak anything with sense or anything truthful. And that way again with society today. Right? When you go up on the internet and you listen to some of the discussions, people talking, this is some of the statements. Well, I say this and I go in with that. And nobody can tell me I'm wrong because why? They have not understanding what dark is. They believe what is a thing. Or what is they have in their mind is what's right. And it's not that. You can prove is that the word opinion this means a false thinking of something. But that's what it is. Everybody think they have an opinion when it's just basically a false opinion about a false thinking of something. Right? I can't remember exactly what it means, but it means a false something, and it says something away from the truth. So that means our opinion do even mean the truth. Just you saying something out of your own mouth that have nothing to do with facts.
Right, you just go back to your personal assumption or something.
A personal assumption, yeah. But again, a personal assumption don't mean truth.
Yeah,
but again, in this society, just like how that fella talk, you could him being let us say him being an elder, how his congregation would be.
The scripture say, as a king is, so is his people, so everybody that be just like him.
Come to talk about it. And again, anytime we talk, any madness, and that's just to show that the level of mind. Shake it. Ask somebody, Lord, the Lord inside are here. You know? Right.
They just say, a belief, judgment, or perspective, which I his belief and his judgment, right? Say a belief, judgment, or perspective that a person has formed, right? Either through objective or subjective reasoning about a topic, issue, person, or thing.
Go on Google and type in that. Type it open.
Just your perspective on however it affects you and all you deem to fucking be
But I actually want you want to always say the faults. You know, let's go up on Google and get. So nonetheless, finish here?
Yeah.
Your body will open.
You say verse 18, right? Ephesians 4:18 say having the understanding darkened.
Having the understanding darkened. And we know one thing, let's say wisdom and knowledge. And this word was given unto us to what? This word is our understanding.
Our light.
Knowledge. You understand? But they stray from it. And when they stray from it, when Jake stray from it, what they do? They went and follow heathens. And they take their thoughts, they take their imagination, they take their, that is why now they start to talk about karma and astrology. Like how we talk about that? That astrology thinking.
I try to merge it with the scriptures.
Instead of merging now with the scriptures.
Let's see, on the other side and darkened, let's say what they say. He is the light, so whenever unless darkness fall upon you,
yes.
So you drift from the light, so now he in darkness, you understand, and darkened. And just like you see it, they say neither come ye to the light, lest he deed should be reproved. Either one or reproof.
No, that's the thing. Again, now I tell him, what is he saying? It's nothing. That is nothing. We hear that already. We need to talk about Eve. That let's go back to like when people talk about Adam and Lilith. I remember somebody saying, you know, Lilith. I remember somebody said it a little while back. Oh, they ain't ready to talk about Lilith. So that's why I can't talk. What are we going to about Lilith for? Lilith have no purpose or nothing. That she not even there. There is something that the churches make us, they make all they get frightened. That Adam's first wife was Lilith. And this, alright, so Lilith actually go back to the woman who love feminist movement, right? Because Lilith, when Adam wanted Lilith to be underneath him and follow, Lilith break out, she break out. And then she rebelled. And she get kicked out of the heaven. Then the Lord cursed she to be the Lord cursed she to be a winged beast. And it just to show you that, and madness is madness.
Even if that was the case, right? Would a woman want to follow Lilith pattern and become a winged beast?
So, no, let me show you how I know. Let me show you how I know. He just didn't hear the things he said. Because remember the part he said about Adam sleep with Eve and the other brother and the brother sleep with Eve.
Eve was Adam's sister.
Let me show you where that come on from. He wasn't talking about. Let me show you what I think. He get mixed up just like how you see like how he mixing up Eve with the disciples and
yeah.
Let me show you where that story come from. It's a documentary some years ago where the church is talking about Abel and Cain fight for the sister.
Oh.
That way go back to. So the jealousy was stemmed from that.
But that make no sense because if Abel and Cain fight for the sister, was it Eve the mother?
Right. But that is again it's a teaching that it is teach.
In the church, it only had Adam and Eve, so they had to fabricate things to back up the story, you know.
So that was asking if there was the only
the procreation and so forth to find out where they get the wives from and
They had to bring stories, they had to add to the scriptures now.
In our opinion, it's if you or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or
not knowledge. What? You gotta read that part there. Good. You gotta hear that part.
If you or judgment form about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge.
It's not necessarily based upon fact. And that is what it is. That is what our opinion is. It's a judgment based upon a matter that is not necessarily fact.
So that means it's false.
It's false. So now people at stake. People at stake. I'm out to bring proof about something, right? Let me just say, Calvin walk over a snake, right? Somebody go see that happen and try to base our pet by Calvin and walk over the snake. He jump. Calvin telling him, hey, I walk over the snake. But their opinion, and then what the opinion is, it says what? It's a false. It's a
not
wrong
necessarily
assumption.
based on fact.
No, it's not necessarily based upon facts. And that is what our opinion is. It's something not based upon facts. So what they love to do now is bring opinions about the scriptures. But the facts is in the scriptures.
Can.
The problem is that they don't understand, because again, understanding is given from the Lord. Nothing can be given unless it be given from what? From heaven. And that's what they fail to realize. Nothing unless.
And that precept on exactly where
You
you
finish
just
with
said
no, you finish with Ephesians. Finish Ephesians and then bring scripture. And no, the other precept. Then you go to yours.
They say, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of power through the ignorance that is in them.
Alienated, so that means now you become a stranger to the Lord.
Can.
So obviously you wouldn't know nothing. But they become a stranger to the Lord Ark, and now they want to come and tell men who talking about the Lord, it would never work out. You understand it, darkened. You become a stranger to the Lord, and now you want to come and tell men how the Lord's supposed to be.
Men who don't know about the Lord come
Yeah.
to tell men who know the Lord
About how to be the Lord.
No, that is strong delusion, because in their mind they know.
Hey, you see madness? About the moon is the Holy Spirit and all this. That the sun and all kind of madness.
Yeah. Understanding dark, through the ignorance that is in them, they say because of the blindness of their hearts.
Because of what?
The blindness of their hearts.
Ignorance, so they don't know. So for the blindness of their heart. So you see what it is, you're not supposed to go off your imagination, you're going off your heart, your thinking. But you can go over that. Like madness. So go ahead, I'll give you another picture.
I have one more verse on it.
Alright.
They say, who being past feeling have given themselves over unto lasciviousness to work all uncleanness with greediness. They say, but ye have not so learned Mashiach. And that the mindset that they're in. By doing that, they're giving themselves over to lasciviousness and greediness. Because all he's studying is his own desires. You know? Go ahead.
You're correct. As I say, give nothing certified, like how you say, all you just do is what? Stay home, read, meditate.
Yeah. Your own personal desires is where you're studying. Go ahead, yeah. Give me a piece up.
Right. So this is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Say, trust in the Lord with all thy heart.
So he said, trust in the Lord of God,
All thy heart.
all thine heart.
And,
Go ahead.
and lean not on thy own understanding.
And lean not what?
On thy own
That's the
understanding.
thing. People so high-headed, they just want to go off their own understanding. They just want to go off their what they think. What they think to be true, and they want to go off of that. That is not facts. That's what I asked him. I say, slavery happened, and it was written. So I say, with your mindset, right? I didn't tell him that, but let's go and fight. With his mindset, he would have never, it would have dead. It would have never been written to say that. That's the thing. And you'd have people not going off their own understanding. Wait to someone.
But even, like you say, right, if the world was to go off their own understanding, things would be far more worse than how it is now.
There's a reason why Esau blocking people from having the so-called say that free speech, right? But there's a reason why they're stopping them. There's a reason why you can't it has certain lines you could go about. Why? Why? Because they know that not everything is the wicked know that not everything is meant to be said, not everything is meant to be taught, not everything you think is to be said. What to do? They know that. And the wicked. If the wicked want to control a narrative, we feel the Lord, how much more the Lord want to take?
Under the guise of free speech.
Understand? They want to tell about the Lord gave you freedom to do whatever. No, the Lord don't have that. The Lord give you strict ordinance to follow.
So I can put your feet on the fetters and your fetters are low. And when you look up fetters, they come like chains. You see what you say? So therefore you don't have freedom, but I know you're supposed to do.
Baruch talk about that. Baruch talk about law. The law and the statutes being our heritage. You know this is something to be a heritage?
Even Paul said that we are prisoners for Hamashiach.
Yeah. So how can you
How you could talk about freedom? How you could say believe in the Bible and not the freedom?
No, but that what Christianity does teach.
What exactly?
Freedom of choice.
That is it. The same way they just teach what you're
Freedom of
talking about.
choice.
That's
Yeah,
all.
freedom of choice. That's what it talk about.
They had to create things to back up what they're teaching on it, but it's not scriptural. That's where you get that whole little thing from and this one. And Abel as a star.
It don't make no sense at all.
Yeah.
It
Don't make no
They
sense.
come like filling the blanks, you know.
Yeah, like
They come
pulling back.
So
Yeah.
the pastor will sit down, say, right, they were talking about Sunday. You have to bring this into a 360 view so the people go down and they understand what we say, because we are not understand. That's what is going on. Bring it to
Proverbs
some
chapter 28 and verse 26. Say, he that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. In your mind, like how you say, he that sit down and he that smoke weed and
Yeah,
meditate.
imagine.
And imagine.
The spirits has been coming in here. The
Imagine.
spirits coming in and
What people don't realize, when somebody was saying, yeah, when you, I was reading some things, and somebody was saying, when they smoke, smokers will say, we do affect them, right? But somebody said it has affected your brain the most. It don't affect anything else as much as it has affected the brain. That way when they talk to smokers, they always have some high thought that they always say they're high thought of thinking because of the weed, but it's basically nonsense. It's because the brain now.
It's just because you feeling like it's a deep thought. But it's really nothing.
And then I just can't understand.
Something they call it now, like it's son of like
It's because
you know,
your
something.
IQ don't know already.
Sure, there's making you for it.
Your IQ don't know already. And then you're killing out whatever
Brain cells.
brain cells you
remember,
have.
originally, that is a tradition of, that is a hidden tradition. I think shamans that smoke mushrooms and certain things to reach a certain level so that spirits could enter to the mind. So
Yeah,
to make them into a
psychological
medium
something.
in a sense. So that's how even rappers talk about that. They say they smoke weed for spirits to enter into them for them to write music. So that's a hedonistic practice to invite spirits into you. You understand? That already what going on with he right now he full. Right now he cup running over as you can see.
That's a very funny. He said, he that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered.
And also walking what?
Wisely shall be delivered.
Or is it part of the one way or part of the truth? There's a difference way of talking about opinion and knowing the truth. In fact, the problem is that people just want things their own way. You know? How they think it is how they want it to be. It don't ever work so. Or nor do it ever be so in life. Because you're going to work, you might, why you ain't going to work like that? And why they ain't going to work until you work, this is how I want it to be.
Yeah.
And this is how it should be.
That's how I do it.
Why? Because why? The workplace have laws. There are things that they follow and they follow it what? Wholeheartedly.
Can't do like that.
But when it comes to the Lord, all of a sudden, you have free will. You can do whatever you want. You can think about whatever you want. It don't work so.
When it's time to penalize it and work with the system, where there's go to books,
Yeah.
where it's written down to show you that you did this wrong. Yeah.
I go back to the talk about when the man was saying that about talking about free will. If it's free will, why you don't come to work with how the company work? Because you have free will to do what you want. You gotta listen to the guidelines and listen to the owner.
That's too small. Go in the president's house without being invited.
You know what they would tell you, right? No, what they would tell you is that by when I should put it talking because we just mean free will means that we could go anywhere. What do you mean could go anywhere? Why don't someone in the sea and go on wild? Why you do that? Because what no, what happens? Suppose I come and look you up. You don't have that. You don't even have the free option to move about. Why you ain't drive a car without your lights? Why they got ticket?
license?
No, because there's one that ask stupid questions, and when you put back them kind of questions to them, they want to tell you, hey, well, I you know, thing, we have to follow the laws. So why you don't follow the laws of the Lord? They uphold the laws of the land more than they uphold it. They come like Caro brother. At the time we cut them up, see where they follow the laws of the land, and see where they follow the laws of the land and the laws of the Lord. And you got nothing to say.
If I can say that, you need to go back to free will when it comes to the Lord and making decisions. Then why the scriptures talk about the Lord manipulating your decisions and your thoughts?
If it has free will, why Jonah still went in the whale belly?
Yeah.
Jonah didn't want to do what he had to do,
Yeah, but you had to do it.
but he had to do it.
Hey, that free will thing is a church-based concept. Because remember, them don't believe that Satan, the devil, and Lucifer
No,
all
remember,
just work for...
But I was not going
Remember, they had
them working on their own accord, you know.
that whole free will come about to be fallen angel.
Right?
Yeah, you rebel against the Lord and thing. Yeah. And I'm asking this side. So there's a question you should ask people who have free will too. If you have free will, why it is this world today not making them make a choice on like any LGBT and hating them? Why everybody has to like them? Why if you say something against them, you're going to get cancelled? But in your free will, so free will is going to go into making your own decisions, right? You can do whatever it is you please to do. But why when somebody talk against them, they're going to get banned? So free will don't apply. Your decision making don't apply. And that's something people feel, it's just a false belief and a false concept that they bring upon. That even to this day, even just to a normal day life, it's not going to add up. And it just that way they should just say J revolt and go on. And that way it say group B's need to be taken, and destroyed.
No matter.
Because again, when you watch them and hear things to talk about nothing going on, it does nothing good Jake doing. All Jake gets talk about on a daily basis is drugs, crime, and sex. Nothing spiritual, nothing to help them.
One, sex.
Yeah.
And money.
And money. Money is number one. For sure, money is number one.
Then yeah, money
You understand? And basically, it's just how I shit this speaking on a daily basis, also nothing to doing. And when shit happens, the first thing is, why this happening? No, it's happening because it's judgment. You know? It's judgment what happened to all the man.
So we might have to say
Go ahead.
First Timothy 1 and 6. He said, from which some having swerved have turned aside unto vain jangling, desiring to be teachers of the law, understanding neither what they say nor what they affirm.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. And that he came to do, he come to teach.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, but you don't understand what he's saying and you don't understand where he get it from. Basically, you're saying you don't understand where they affirm it. So where evidence and what you say, it don't happen.
And that's the thing, what majority of the people who coming up now, they're not coming to listen. They're not coming to listen. They want to come to teach. When I see that time, you actually hear somebody come to listen.
God.
But to ask a sensible question.
But to ask a sensible question.
Something like they really desire to know. It's not, all you know, that's this. That is what it's all you know. That's what it is.
Because like, because when you pop, say all you know, he come like that, all you know is the name of the moon.
That's good.
So he asking a question, but it's like, you want to teach the same time. Like, you know, all you know is the name of the moon.
But even
What's the importance of that?
I should just go and say Luna.
I know you're going to say like one of the names just called him like Luna or something like that.
Yeah, I thought that way he was going on.
I'll precept.
So I watching them now, I say, but wait, maybe name and I was trying to, I was waiting to hear him say some name now.
Yeah.
what is his name?
He said nothing.
He said the Holy Spirit.
He said the Holy Spirit, the Son is the Son of God.
Yeah,
And
that we did.
The Trinity.
It was any pastor that say he has spoken blasphemy.
He's like them vegetarian and them. Or them vegetarian and them just thinking.
It's never a dull moment in the street. It's all kind of. Imagine you're outside the street. You wouldn't be hearing all these things that people.
Yeah, that's true, you know.
Outside the street, you wouldn't be hearing about all these things people.
All these people imagination.
The scary part about it is that we was once in that situation. But can't
wasn't
say
so
all
bad.
about Shemi Awashai. No, not so bad here, but we was similar.
It was
But
bad, but it was bad.
to what I tell you about Shemi Awashai, we come out of that, you
I
understand?
never tell nobody about the name of the woman.
I never even think about that. I never even think about that. No, one of the things too, that always get like plenty of the time to do my videos is on like Twitter. Twitter is like, it's where to find some of the most kind of craziest things people say when it comes